Everyone, and welcome to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Mohammed. We continue our training and preparation for Elastic Certified Observability Engineer exam, and today video we'll discuss the ELM or Index Lifecycle Management. With that being said, let's jump first to the documentation. So the ELM, it's a policy where we define to automatically manage our indices for our cluster, right? We are limited with the storage. Like imagine we have 1 terabyte or 10 terabytes as a storage, and we have to move, let's say, our indices or our data from hot to warm to cold, and after that we remove it from the cluster after 1 month or 1 year or whatever. So to do all this work, like you can do it manually, and you move the indices manually, but it will be really painful, and you can automatically, or you can automate this task to do it automatically, and you don't need your involved. To do that, we have to define the Index Lifecycle Management policy. And to do this, so here they ask to edit an existing one, or we define a new one. So where we can find the ELMs, so you go to Stack Management, and here you can find the ELM or Index Lifecycle policy, right? This is the existing one. So if we, for example, click on this one, this is built-in, like I didn't create this one, you will be able to find it. So this is said 180 days by default. So what's this have? As you can see, the hot tier is enabled, the warm, the cold, and after that the delete, right? So as you can see here, we delete it after 180 days. How long we going to keep it for the hot? So if we open the warm, so we keep or we are applying the recommendation, like we keep the index in the hot tier for 30 days, right? Or if it's the index is or the primary shard or the index have more than 50 gigabytes as a storage or as a size, it will move it and, like, as we call it, roll over to the warm tier. For the warm tier, we have here 2 days, right? As you can see here. Once it's 2 days old, we move it to the warm, and this is the extra configuration, like we shrink the index and force merge the data. So if you get in the policy, or sorry, in the scenario during the exam, if they have specified, or they said like shrink the index or force the merge, or for example here enable downsampling, then you have to enable them here, right? If, for example, and the third part is the cold tier or the cold phase. So we move the index to the cold tier after 30 days. So when the index, like imagine we receive it today, 12 October, next month as 12 November, we will move it to the cold tier, right? And there is for sure some other advanced settings from the policy that you can enable or disable from here. There is another tier which is frozen. If they ask also in the scenario to implement or to do the frozen tier, or if they ask, for example, to remove it, so you can just disable it like this, right? The warm, like if you want to move from hot to cold or from hot to frozen, then you can just play with it. And the last thing is the delete phase. We will delete it after 180 days, right? And there is another extra configuration that we can do here, is like we add the snapshot, or we wait, like we add here there is no snapshot repository, I didn't define, but during the exam, if they ask you, like, you have to make sure that you take snapshots for the data before you run the delete phase, right? Then you click, and it will get you the list of the snapshot policies. Then you choose one, or sorry, snapshot repository, or like here you choose one, and then you save, right? If you want to define your own policy, then you click here on create, right? Let's name it exam demo. If you have to respect, like if they ask you to keep, or if they ask you to name it with a specific name, then you can specify. When we open the hot tier, even we use the recommended or we move, or we define our own policy. So we said here 30 days maximum, and here we say 100 gigabyte, right? Not 50, right? This is 100 gigabyte. Another point, it's a primary shard, right? As you know, in our indices, we have one primary shard and one replica. Like here, it's 100 gigabytes just for the primary shard, not for the full index. Like if you have your index and you have two shards or sorry, two replicas or three, then the size here will be different. Here we are saying just for the primary shard. Keep this point in mind. Now, let's say we want, for the worm, we want to move it after 10 days to the worm. And here we said like force merge data, for example, to save some size, or like there is a lot of configurations and settings, like you can learn about them here, right? And you get more details. For the cold as well, I will said move it to the cold when it's 60 months or 60 days, sorry, which is 2 months. Or if it's like you can go like in the details, like if you want to, for example, use hours or minutes, then you can define it per here. The same for the advanced, then you can enable or disable advanced settings. And finally, I will go for the frozen. I will keep it for, let's say, when it's 100 day, move it to the frozen, right? And finally, and this one, it's like to keep it forever. If you want to remove it from the index, then you choose this one, right? And here it will enable the delete phase. Here you choose the snapshot repository, and you take. So here I will say it's not. I will say 300 like this, right? And I will save the policy. So give me 1 second. I will remove this one. I don't need it. Frozen, because the frozen will work with the snapshot directory. So here, if I save, it will save. If I search for demo, then I have it here. And to be able to use it, like you have to go to the index and assign this policy to your index, right? With that being said, I hope you learn from the video. Let me know if you have any question in the comment section, and we'll see you in the next video.